The war in Ukraine continues with full intensity. August 19th, 2026. 2 Russian soldiers waiting at a stop. A vehicle was supposed to come pick them up. The drone arrives first. A chase breaks out immediately, both of them ducking behind the bus stop shelter, trying to use it as cover. One breaks off and runs in a different direction. The other stays behind, still trying to hold the position, eventually throwing his weapon aside. The operator makes a split decision, pivots toward the one who ran, catches him climbing into a vehicle nearby. He doesn't get it started in time. The escape route he was counting on doesn't go anywhere. One of the stranger defense attempts on this front, a Russian soldier holding a cut bush up like a shield against an incoming drone, turning it, adjusting it, keeping it between himself and the camera. The drone flies straight through anyway. A Russian soldier in the forest, a drone right behind him. Pure panic, throwing whatever he can grab, cutting between trees, changing direction every few seconds. The operator matches every move with precise adjustments. No hiding spot holds up, no direction creates enough distance. Minutes of this, then the chase ends the only way it can. Russian soldiers waiting in a vehicle on a road in occupied Donetsk. Stationary, apparently thinking the route is clear. A drone finds them before they get moving again. Every road leading toward Russian positions on this front is being watched. No route stays safe long enough to matter. Ukrainian soldiers driving along a road, an ambush drone sitting right in the path. They open fire on it immediately. The drone lifts off, veers off course, and goes down. One of the stranger outcomes on this front. Six Russian soldiers sheltering inside a ruined building. A drone drops an anti-tank mine directly through the roof. The explosion that follows inside an enclosed space leaves nothing intact. None of them make it out. An ambush drone already in position on the road before anyone starts moving. A vehicle carrying a large group comes into range. The drone lifts off immediately. They read the situation fast and bail out. But the drone was already committed before the first door opened. Not everyone gets clear in time. First-person view of a Ukrainian machine gunner shooting down a Russian Shahed drone, straight through the lens of the man who pulled the trigger. Magyar's birds locating Russian soldiers moving alone across the front. No unit nearby, no clear objective, wandering through areas that have no tactical logic to them. Each one found and reached before going anywhere. The same pattern keeps repeating. Isolated soldiers, no coordination, no awareness of what's already tracking them. Why does Russia keep sending soldiers forward with no support and no plan? 2 Russian soldiers moving a few meters apart. Both drop flat in the middle of an open field the moment they spot the drones. Lying still on flat ground with nowhere to hide on either side. One drone reaches the first. Minutes later, the second finds the other. The instinct to stop moving costs both of them. A Russian tank in the Zaporizhzhia direction. Multiple drone strikes, closing in one after another. Each hit finds a gap in the armor. By the end of the sequence, the tank that was supposed to support Russian operations in this sector is completely out of action. Heavy armor, multiple strikes, same result. Moving in the dark near Pokrovsk, convinced that night offers protection. Thermal cameras don't need light. Body heat is visible from above, regardless of what the eye can see, regardless of what time it is. Soldiers spotted, tracked, and the drone dispatched before they cover any meaningful distance. The attack arrives from a direction they can't even see in the dark. The night that was supposed to keep them safe makes it harder to spot what's closing in. The darkness became the problem, not the solution. A Ukrainian Humvee moving soldiers and supplies to a forward position. A Russian drone closes in on the vehicle mid-route. The drone connects. The vehicle takes damage, but keeps moving under its own power. The crew reaches the position and evacuates wounded soldiers. This is what logistics on this front looks like. A Ukrainian kamikaze drone hitting a Russian FPV assembly workshop in the Zaporizhzhia region. Approximately 100 FPV drones inside, ready to be deployed. One strike takes out the workshop and everything in it. Drones that were going to be used against Ukrainian forces, gone before they launch. Magyar's birds operator, sweeping the terrain. Hours of scanning before anything comes into view. Then a Russian soldier below. The FPV drops low and closes in fast. He never sees it coming. The approach from below the sightline cuts the reaction time to nothing. A Russian Zemledeliye remote mine-laying system, an engineering vehicle that fires specialized munitions to scatter minefields across large areas at distance, without sappers having to physically place each mine. A single Zemledeliye can mine significant stretches of terrain in minutes. Ukraine's 68th Brigade sends an FPV in on the first pass. The crew abandons the vehicle. A second drone, fiber-optic guided, puts the final strike into the fuel tank. The system that was about to mine a route, gone before it deploys a single munition. Russia modifying its Bukhankas, doors cut out for faster exits on the move, electronic warfare systems fitted on pickups to protect supply runs. Soldiers running between trees for cover in the Kostiantynivka direction. None of it changes the outcome. Kizak Brigade operators find each target the same way and reach it the same way. The upgrades answer nothing. North Kharkiv. A Russian HIMARS reconnaissance drone survives the first intercept attempt. The interceptor detonates close, but doesn't bring it down. The Kizak Brigade crew doesn't let it go. A second drone closes in and finishes the job. The same unit patrolling this airspace daily. Lancets, Orlan-10s, Sokil, Zala, Cub, Molnia, FPV drones, all hunted in the same sector. Whatever Russia sends over this part of Kharkiv, the crews are already waiting for it. 1 week of operations, 2 vehicles, 1 artillery piece, 2 ATVs, 3 communication antennas, all taken out. Reconnaissance finds the position, coordinates past, the FPV dispatched. Each target works through the same sequence. The vehicles that were moving supplies stopped. The artillery that was providing fire support gone. The antennas keeping units coordinated cut. 1 week, 1 unit, every category of target in the sector worked through. 4 Russian vehicles taken out in the southern Slobozhansk direction, some fitted with electronic warfare systems to protect them from drone strikes. The protection doesn't hold. A 5th vehicle destroyed by remotely detonated mines planted by Ukrainian forces. A separate operation, same result. 2 Russian mines neutralized. 1 Russian drone brought down in the same sweep. Russia equipping its transport with jamming systems. Ukraine finding and hitting them anyway. Spotted in southern Donetsk, they know it immediately and start running. Open ground in every direction, nothing to get behind. The only option is a patch of bushes near a pole. They take it. A drone carrying a high explosive payload closes in before they find anything better. The cover they ran toward was never going to be enough. Fiber-optic drones threading through Russian positions in forested terrain. Vehicles camouflaged under tree cover, hidden from aerial surveillance. The cable guidance means no signal to jam, no way to cut the connection. The operator follows the drone in through the tree line and finds what was parked underneath. The camouflage that works against standard drones doesn't help against a system that follows a wire. 3 artillery pieces, 3 communication antennas, and 2 electronic warfare systems, all hit in the same operation in the south. The artillery that was firing on Ukrainian positions, gone. The antennas keeping units coordinated, down. The electronic warfare systems protecting all of it from drone strikes, taken out by drones. Strip out all 3, and the position can barely function. That's what this operation does. A Russian Hyacinth B 152mm howitzer, located and taken out in the southern Slobozhansk direction. A gun capable of striking targets over 28 kilometers away. used to provide fire support for Russian infantry. It no longer does that. HIMARS in action. Ukraine's 19th Rocket Brigade working at ranges up to 300 kilometers. Paired with aerial reconnaissance, the system identifies the target from above and fires from a position the enemy can't reach in return. Whatever Russia has positioned deep behind the front line, HIMARS is already in range of it. Kharkiv region, transport vehicles, ground robotic systems, electronic warfare equipment, and ammunition storage sites, all targeted in the same sweep. Each category hit removes something Russia needs to keep operating in this sector. Vehicles stop moving. Robots stop delivering. Jamming stops working. Ammunition stops arriving. One operation, every link in the supply chain. The front holds across every sector. Russia keeps adapting. Modified vehicles, new tactics. Ukraine keeps finding answers. Drop a comment. Which side is actually evolving faster?